Hello everyone from Extreminal TV, and in this episode of our channel I would like to talk about the upcoming edition of Brutal Assault Festival, which annually takes place in Josefov Fortress in Jaromír, the Czech Republic, and there is more than 6 months to the festival. They've already announced many important names, and I would like to list some of those names and maybe talk a little for some of them. First of the names I would like to mention is Sisters of Mercy. Of course, they are a very important band, and they shaped both gothic rock and post-punk, this is the first time they'll be on stage in Brutal Assault. I think it's a very important addition to the lineup. I could name the band Alcest. To be honest, for a while, for a few years, maybe 5 or 6 years, I was not so much into Alcest for a while, but in their last two albums, I think are really very successful, and I have never had the chance to watch Alcest on stage, and I think this will be a good chance for me to see them. And then they've added Emendra from Belgium, and they're a band with interesting music with combination of both sludge, doom, and hardcore elements. I watched a few videos of Emendra on YouTube, some other media, and they were really good on stage. And then Amorphis, they have a crowded and important discography. Maybe they are the biggest band to come out of Finland, as you may know. To be honest, again, I'm not into their last album too much. I've listened to the albums for a few times, but I think it's not so successful as the others, so to say. But they have a lot of good stuff to play on stage. I've had the chance to listen to them many times on stage. They are always good, a very good vocalist, and also really high quality music. Amorphis is always good. And then Bleed From Within. I listened to them once on stage, and they're one of those bands. Their music are meant to be played live on stage. I think those kinds of bands are more attractive on stage than for the fans listening them from vinyls or whatsoever. I think they are a very good live band, entertain the crowd, and I think they will be very good again on stage on Brutal Assault. In Brutal Assault, Coroner, they're a very technical and yet progressive band, as you know, a thrash metal band from Switzerland. Once they were one of a bunch of bands coming out of Switzerland, and so a very important band. And it's really interesting. They came out with a new album after 32 years, and it will be a good experience to see them on stage, I think. And then we have Cryptopsy. Cryptopsy, one of those bands at some time of their career experience a little different kind of stuff, and I think not so successful at that. And they came again with what they best know to do, and their latest album is really good, I think. And I have never had the chance to see them live yet. It's a chance for me, and I think they are really good on stage. As you know, they have one of the most successful and skillful drummers in brutal death metal society, so to say. And then we have Death Heaven. They are again an interesting band, and as ones who may not know them yet, they play a kind of post-black metal, a lot of shoegaze influences. They were growing bigger with their previous album, and I think with their latest album, they really hit the ball to the corner, and I guess they will be much bigger if they continue to coming out with such influential and good albums. Then we have the Thrash Masters, Dead Angel, and as most of you will know, Mark Osigida is in Kerry King's band now. So there were some gossips about the band. They would split up with part ways with Mark Osigida or not. It seemed to continue together, and they will be on stage in Brutal Assault. And yet there is another band, D-Side. They are really, really very good every time. I've listened to them a few times, and it's always a pleasure to see D-Side on stage. Another band is Internal Bleeding, one of the forefathers of slam death metal. Will be on stage in Brutal Assault. I haven't checked it out if this will be their first time or not, but at least it will be my first to see them live on stage. Again, Marduk is again in Brutal Assault's lineup. A few times, Marduk played in more than a few times, many times. They play in Brutal Assault, and I've had the chance to see Swedish Masters of Black Metal many times, and I think they are always good on stage. I've never seen any Marduk gig making the audience feeling with low energy or bored. I think it's impossible for bands like Marduk. They always kill on stage, so to say. And then we have Metal Church. I watched them with Maiko, rest in peace, once in Brutal Assault. And this time, after the early passing of Maiko, they have Brian Allen, I guess, a new singer in the lineup. And just newly added David Ellefson, ex-Megadeth, to their lineup, and it will be really exciting to see them on stage again. And next one is Old Man's Child. As you may know, most of you will know, I guess, Old Man's Child's Galder decided to quit Dimmu Borgir in 2024, and he again decided to focus on Old Man's Child, and now we are already hoping for a new record to come. And another band is Sadistic Intent. As you may know, they are death metal bands from USA, and it's interesting that they have only a bunch of EPs, but they are already known to be a cult band, and they are, of course, they were known to many fans of metal, but I think they were introduced to new fans when Possessed, Jeff Becerra returned back, and for the first years played with the members of Sadistic Intent. And the other band is Sangyusu Gabok, a very difficult name to pronounce, of course, but fans get used to it. I think they're one of those upper going bands, you know. They are growing day by day, and their last album is really a very successful albums for the ones looking for gore-themed brutal death metal. And then we have Septic Flesh, the symphonic giants of the Hellenistic black metal will be on stage in Brutal Assault. I've had many times to see them on live, but by a few reasons I missed that opportunity to see them live. But this year I think I will be there to see them playing, and I'm really grateful for that to Brutal Assault organizers. And next one is Triptychon. Tom Warrior has never stopped since the ending of Celtic Frost. He's been active both with the live performances of Hellhammer and his own band Triptychon, and he has a very vast corpus, so to say, and he has many things to perform on stage, and he is for being the founding members of all those acts. He has a right to play them live, and so a Triptychon gig may be full of surprises because you may have chances from another bands of Warrior to listen to, and I had the chance to see Warrior performing Hellhammer before, and they were really great. And I haven't had the chance to see Triptychon on stage, and this will be my first, and I'm really excited to see them live. And lastly, the last names I will mention is Vader. I wouldn't like to take your time too much. I've just chosen some names I think important. And Vader are, as you know, the first ever band to shatter the barriers of that Iron Curtain, and they've been the idols for the bands coming out from the Polish metal scene. I had the chance to see them live, and they play a very primitive and true type of death metal, and they are always good, and it's always good, Peter and friends, to see Peter and friends on stage. It's always a pleasure to be in Brutal Assault, and we are looking forward to be there. Okay, stay metal.